Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another live post here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. Good to see you all rolling in. And if you know the cats of the Wildcat Sanctuary, then you are probably able to guess who this is. And finally see this cat's face. A little grimace, perhaps, on their face. One of two black leopards here at the sanctuary. Who is it? That would be Shazam. Handsome Shazam up on a platform overlooking Alyssa, who is marching around right now. On Wednesday, we saw this point of view from Alyssa's side of her habitat, but I thought since Shazam, there's Alyssa going through the bushes there, Shazam was out, this would be a good, different vantage point for us to enjoy this morning. But good morning, everyone. This is Olivia from the Wildcat Sanctuary. Another wonderful Friday here. We are a rescue and sanctuary to 140 plus wildcats in need. And as I was just saying, this is Black Leopard Shazam, one of our 140 plus rescued cats that call the sanctuary home. And he is overlooking new-ish neighbor, Alyssa Lilager, who is doing her morning patrol right now through all the beautiful greenery. And I'm so happy because there's been a lull in the rain. Thankfully, our severe weather has kind of changed. That forecast has changed, but still rain for the rest of the day. I think it's going to be a pretty rainy weekend too. But a lull in the rain for our live post here today. Shazam is enjoying it. It's a little bit cooler outside, not too cold, not too breezy either. It's kind of perfect. As you can see, the plants are happy. If you're here with us on our live post regularly, then you've probably heard us relaying the caretakers lamenting that the grass just keeps growing and growing and growing. But the cats certainly benefit from it. Good morning, everyone. I should get into the comments here before I get any further. Good morning, Henyatta. Happy Friday, Nancy. Maria, hello to you as well. Good morning, Sherry. Hillary's saying that you finally got a notification. That is great to hear. I know some people have been having trouble with Facebook notifications and Facebook not notifying them. Unfortunately, that's not something we can help on our end. Darn Facebook. But I'm glad to hear that you got a notification this morning, Hillary. Let's see. Jeannie Curry from Tiffin, Ohio. Good morning. Adrian saying Shazam is one of your faves. Happy Friday. Ooh, Henyatta. Okay, you bring up a good point, and I actually did want to mention this on the live post today, but I forgot, so you reminded me. It's National Take Your Dog to Work Day. Yes, Kiara, our one sanctuary dog, we can celebrate her today, but also I get to bring my dog to work, Ziggy. Ziggy gets to enjoy the cats as well, so it's his day to be celebrated too. Betty Winter saying, magical Shazam. He does look quite stately up there. I wish he'd turn towards us, but I'm not surprised that he's turned towards his new girlfriend on that shared fence. Kathy saying, happy Friday. Olivia, TWS, kitties, everyone. And Judson, if he's there. He is not here today. He's taking a well-deserved day off. So just me today, but we'll be sure to let him know that you said hi, Kathy. He always appreciates that. Betty Winter once again saying, hello from California. Jeannie, I agree. I love his relaxed position with the front paws crossed. Shazam, you look very handsome like that. Very proper. I'd say that you're a pretty proper cat. Kathy responding to Henyatta and Take Your Dog to Work Day, saying that every day is Kiara Day. I mean, you could definitely look at it that way. It's all about perspective. Yes, Kiara is the only dog here at Sanctuary among a bunch of cats, but she's also the only dog here at Sanctuary. I think that speaks for itself. She gets all the attention from all the dog lovers, so every day is Kiara Day if you frame it that way. Good morning, Anne. Good to see you in our comment section here. Adrian saying he looks like black velvet. He does. And I think Casey on a live on Wednesday, we checked in with all the cats here in Wild Woodlands. But I saw your comment, Casey. I hope that you come back and watch this live, or maybe you're watching now, saying that you're hoping I'd use your word svelte for Indy. I feel like that could be used for Shazam here as well. Looking quite svelte. Good morning, Gail. Good morning, Kathy Ryan. It is Shazam, Judy. Good question. Can't see his face, but maybe we'll check in with this side of Wild Woodlands. Like I said, we did do this live, Judson and I, on Wednesday. We got around the entirety of Wild Woodlands. We saw Shazam from a distance, not from his habitat, but from Alyssa's. And that was a really fun one because we hadn't checked in with the cats at Wild Woodlands in quite a while. We had to... Ooh, I'm hearing some roaring. Hold on. I heard Leo. Leo is up at a tall spot. I can hear where his roars are coming from. I was hoping we could catch him. But when I looked, alas, he's not viewable from this side of the habitat. But that would be Leo and Mansa along with Gino. I heard Gino pitching in on that lion carol. But anyhow, as I was saying, we checked in with the cats of Wild Woodlands on Wednesday. But we'll do it again. We've had lots of moves. It's good to see these cats after quite a few weeks of not seeing them. Kathy, Facebook messing with people, unheard of. Yep, completely unheard of, Kathy. We never have problems with Facebook. What are you talking about? Maria, you want to see my dog, Ziggy? Ziggy's a good boy. He's a cute boy. He's actually pretty good friends with Josie in particular. We've had him on a live post one time. He is a very good coworker, I would have to say. He's a corgi. Good afternoon, Faith from Wellington, Florida. The internet's starting to get a little spotty, but I'd like to check in with Griffen and Dimitri over here. So keep your fingers crossed and all the good internet vibes to me so we can check in with these brothers, these boys. Mirror images of each. Ooh, and I don't know. The internet's getting a little mad with me, but there you go. That would be Griffen on the left, Dimitri on the right. Mirror images. Am I surprised? No. I'm sorry, Griffen and Dimitri. The internet isn't going to have it, but there you go. We can say we checked in with them. Let's go around. Let's go around this way. We'll see if there's any cats. I'm seeing Simon and Jeremy off in the distance. Oh, look at that. Terek and Polina up on the same platform. I don't know if we've caught that on a live yet, so this is good. But once again, hello everyone. This is the Wildcat Sanctuary in Sandstone. And rescue and sanctuary to 140 plus wildcats in need. As you can probably tell by our spotty internet connection, we are out in a pretty remote location, but that might be bad for the internet, but it's perfect for the cats. We try to be a true sanctuary. We are a true sanctuary. We are a forever home for our cats, closed to the public, no contact sanctuary. This is their home, not ours. And these are two more cats that call the sanctuary home. That would be Terek on the left, Polina on the right, sharing the same platform. How sweet, you two. That's so sweet. These two were rescued together. And they do make quite a fine couple, I must say. But Polina and Terek are good about spending the time independently, separate from each other. I haven't seen them hanging out too much on the platforms together. Usually it'll be Polina kind of overlooking things and Terek patrolling on the ground. But it's nice to see them getting in, catching some Z's side by side. Maria saying hello to Terek and Polina too. Faith, thanking Leo for the lion song and saying that Sponsor Mom loves you. Thank you for being a sponsor, Faith. Always love how supportive you are of your cats, even in the comment section. Henyata, I wish we could have hung out with Griffen and Dimitri more. That would have been nice, but commenting that Dimitri's paws going up towards his chest is so precious. I agree. even Terek and Polina right now, how their paws kind of lay out. It's so sweet. Kathy mentioning my corgi once again. Corgis are so cute with their little legs and wiggly butt. My corgi's name is Ziggy. He does have little legs and a wiggly butt, I can confirm. Phyllis, it's a great question, asking how the weather is doing, and Tammy said yesterday that you were expecting bad weather again. We were expecting bad weather, and we were kind of watching the radar as we do. We have extreme weather protocol, and that involves locking in cats if the weather is going to get bad, because obviously we want them to be safe. And so we did do that earlier this week. We had a tornado watch, and so we got the cats inside, kept everyone safe. But thankfully, that bad weather has seemingly kind of moved on. Doesn't look as severe as maybe it once looked. Definitely rain today. It'll be a rainy day. I'm glad that we've had a little bit of a reprieve for our live post here. But as of right now, nothing too severe. I don't think that it'll be anything out of the ordinary for the cats. Obviously, our cats have 24/7 access to temperature-controlled indoor bedrooms that are not only great to escape the heat or the cold weather in winter, but for rain or storms or emergency situations, it's good for them to choose to go inside, or if we make the decision as a team to keep them safe, we can get them inside and protected. So that's a great thing that your support provides. We're one of the only sanctuaries to provide indoor spaces like that, which makes me super proud of our supporters and this organization, but the cats really have it all. And then obviously too, you see these platforms, cats can go under those platforms for shelter. There's lots of options to keep everyone safe and dry if they so choose on rainy days like today. Sleeping peacefully up there. Tanya Toner, hello. Saying hi to me and everyone at TWS, and of course Kiara the dog. Shireen, I'm sorry, I hope I said that right. We do not need any more rain or bad weather. I agree. The rain has been endless. I pass over the Kettle River coming into work. Kettle River runs through sandstone. And you can really tell how much it's rained because of how high the water level is. It's kind of crazy. It just keeps getting higher and higher, as does the grass in these habitats, keeps getting higher and higher. Interesting observation, Henyatta, asking if you feel like the lions have sang on the lives more this month. I don't know. It's hard to say, but definitely a good observation. I'm curious to see if anybody else has input. Thank you, Shannon, saying stay safe and dry. Debbie Sams, happy Friday. Happy Friday to you too. Tanya mentioning that you're going to get thunderstorms in Wisconsin. Yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty rainy weekend. I think throughout the whole weekend, but alas, it's just what we have to do. It is what it is. Marcy saying that it's 20 degrees cooler there today. 76 feels glorious. That sounds very nice. I think it's around mid-60s here, roughly. Not too hot, not too cold. Hello, Yvette. Good to see you. Andrea mentioning Gooseberry Falls up north here in Minnesota and how much water there is. I haven't seen pictures, but I can only imagine how much water is gushing over those falls. I'll have to look. That's probably a good gauge of how much water we've gotten in Minnesota as well. Rosie also saying it's raining next door in Wisconsin. Yeah, I think it's going to pick up here again any moment, but you know, some of the cats like rain. I laugh because we're here with Terek in one of my favorite videos of all time. Judson filmed, I believe, last year, and it's right at the beginning of a thunderstorm. Terek is outside in his pool. The rain starts coming down pretty hard, and he just stayed in his pool, and I love that clip. The rain coming down, Terek is content as ever, laying in his pool, and also knowing that Judson's on the other side of the camera getting absolutely drenched. I just think it's priceless. So some of the cats like rain, not all. Tanya asking who's asleep. That would be Terek on the left and Polina on the right. Probably walk around here in a moment. get a different viewpoint. Fran saying, such beautiful animals. I agree, Fran. Our rescued residents are so beautiful. All right, let's... Andrea, okay, so people do know the video I'm referring to of Terek in the pool. You saying that you love it too. It's such a good video. I just love Terek's. Those kind of clips are just my favorite. When the cats are just being cats, they're sticking to their choice. That's always the best to see. All right, we're moving around here. I guess let's try it this way. I thought maybe from the front of the habitat, but you can see pretty Polina's face from here. Because I'm not as tall as Judson is. A better view on the camera here, but that would be Polina, pretty Polina. We had Terek's face on the other side. They're facing opposite of each other. Taking that cat nap. All right, Polina. I'll leave you alone now. Let's see if your tigers next door are out. But I think we also have to say hello to our Ukraine pride over here. But I do see some young rescued lions with Big Man up front. Hi, Taras. It's all 4 of you. And Sneaky Prada. Hi, handsome. Hi, you sneaky girls. Well, hi. Hi. Good morning. Your mohawk is looking quite dashing this morning. It's coming in very nicely. Hi, Prada. That would be Stefania below on the left here. Taras, obviously, Prada there, and Lacia facing the other direction. What are you up to today? Anything good? Anything fun? Well, that's very sweet, Stefania. Yes, they are definitely asking if I have food. Unfortunately, I do not. Sorry, girls. And boy. Yeah, handsome. But the nice thing about the Ukraine pride is they are pretty social. They like to come up and say hello. Yeah. What are your sisters up to? They're being rowdy. Your sisters are being rowdy. That's a big yawn, Lacia. Let's see, getting to some more comments here. Good morning from Nebraska, Sherry. Good to have you here. And I think, as always on these lives, I love how conversational they are. It's always so great to talk to you all, but if you're new, go ahead and let us know. I always love seeing new people here on these lives, and of course answering your questions too. Hi. Yeah, she's being annoying, isn't she? A little sister squabble. Prada. This is Stefania right here. Hi, pretty girl. Is Prada bothering you? She being an annoying sister? I think she is. Somebody mentioned before, but in regards to weather, and then also referencing that Tammy mentioned weather yesterday, we, of course, got our Wildcat wrap-up yesterday, our weekly installment kind of catch-up with Tammy, our founder and executive director. That's every Thursday at 1. And Tammy talked about weather, of course, but she also talked about some other sanctuary updates. I definitely encourage you all to go check those out. Kind of talking about Catio Town. We're headed into our last week of Catio Town fundraising. Your last chance to be a part of Catio Town, but of course, we appreciate your generosity so far. I was actually with AmeriCorps this morning, who is also wrapping up. Next week will be their last week. Monday actually will be their last day. But AmeriCorps kind of helping putting together those items from the Catio Town wish list. I'd also say check out that Catio Town wish list. The other great thing about that wish list is that it kind of gives you an idea of these room themes that we have going on. There's lots of fun items on there that'll fit those themes. But AmeriCorps helping put the first kind of furniture items together. And I can tell you they're super cool, these items. I'm so excited to see them finally put together. That's what I was waiting for. Yeah. Your sister peed there and now you're making a big stinky face. What are you doing? Is that a good log? And that's a good stinky face. What do you smell? You smell your sister's pee? Hi, Lacia. What do you think, pretty girl? Lots of commentary from people. I bites your tail, Marcy said, in regards to Stefania biting Prada's tail just a bit earlier. And saying that she was captivated by them on Saturday. Yep, we did have Summer Safari this past Saturday where we got to see many of you. And no surprise, the Ukraine Pride was rowdy and out to play, right, Prada? It's pretty hard not to be captivated by you. And they are getting so big, Maria. So big, and they'll continue to grow even more. Yeah, crazy. That's a good view of Terrace's mane, how it's coming in. You can see those dark hairs. Yeah, handsome. I'm kind of hoping that you might sing. I'm hearing some grumbles here. Kendra saying that you love the wrap-up so much. And as Judson and I always say, we do too. It's great to hear from Tammy. Even from us, it's great to hear her perspective, kind of how she's relaying the week. Get all the details, just as you all are. It's good to kind of hear it from the boss herself, our founder and executive director. Ooh, I like this comment, Andrea, saying that you and Jenny, Jenny's our awesome volunteer that makes all of our cool items from old barrels, those ornaments, keychains, and other items that you might see at auctions. But you and Jenny were super surprised to see the mark on Lacia's nose really is easy to identify. What a way to tell her and Stefania apart. I think this is Lacia up at the fence, so let's get a good look. It is Lacia. Yep. So Judson and I have a few different things to tell the sisters apart, but I think the easiest thing is that Lacia has a little notch on her nose. And she says, I'm not going to look at you now. Yeah, you're not going to look at me now, Lacia. I can't even see it. But she has a notch on her nose. There it is. It's a little scratch. And that's the easiest and quickest way to tell them apart, I think. They have a slightly different head shape that Judson will mention. But I think if you can kind of notice that scratch, that's the easiest way to tell them apart. Prada has a pretty distinct appearance, and then obviously you can't miss Terrace. You're getting harder and harder to miss every single day, big guy. Daria, on Saturday the girls kept trying to jump on Terrace's back and take him down, but he kept running. Good hunting instincts by the girls. I think that's what... Funny, Terrace. I think that's what's so special about them growing up in a group. Obviously, lions in the wild are going to be part of a pride. They learn a lot of their life skills, a lot of their life skills from living in a group. And specifically with siblings, learning how to play, learning how to hunt, learning how to be a lion. And so we're so fortunate, and they are so fortunate to be able to grow up together, especially in a space that is catered to lions. It's a species-specific habitat. It's a natural habitat. Although this is sanctuary and this is captivity, this really is best case scenario. And it's so cool to see them come into themselves and still learn those skills that you might see with wild lions, those behaviors and skills kind of formulate and come forward in the pride here. Yeah, Terrace. It's as accurate as it can get to wild behaviors, I would say. And many of you saying it's also so wonderful that they get to grow up together. Obviously, companionship can be great for any cat at Sanctuary, but especially since this is so accurate to their wild cousins and lion behavior in general. But also Leo and Mansa have each other rescued lions here at Sanctuary. I think that's a great sibling relationship too, offering that companionship. Sophie and Gino, Alana and Aurora. Having our lions in groups is really ideal. And of course they want to be in groups. That goes for any cat that has a companion. We want to give the cats that enjoy companionship a companion if possible. But for lions especially. And Taras is like, I'm over my companions. I'm over these crazy sisters. Yeah, handsome. I think we should go check in with another sibling pair because I see them, Simon and Jeremy. Kind of mentioning that lions are social cats. That is very true to their nature. But we also have other species in groups or pairs here at Sanctuary. A common question we get asked, which is a very fair question, is why do you have some tigers in groups? Or why they're typically solitary? I think the nature of being in captivity is that their world is a lot smaller. And so we're obviously taking the steps as an accredited sanctuary to make their life as enriched as possible. And for cats in captivity, companionship, although it might not be typical for a wild tiger, can actually be very, very enriching in captivity. And so even for Simon and Jeremy, who are brothers, they grew up together. So they very much enjoy each other's company. These boys are two peas in a pod. That's Simon there that we just zoomed in on. But it keeps their life very enriched. Someone asking where we are in Sandstone, Minnesota. We are close to the public, so I just love mentioning that because if you're here on this live with us, this really is the best way to see the cats since we are close to the public. We're close to the public to keep this as true of a sanctuary as possible for our rescued residents. It's quiet, it's peaceful here. We're out in northern Minnesota in the woods. It's a perfect place for our rescued cats. Lots of people saying hello to you, Simon and Jeremy. There's Jeremy there to the right. Maybe we should see if Shadow's out, and then we can cap our live post today with two black leopards, the two black leopards at the sanctuary, and our two oldest cats here at the sanctuary. The stroll today started with Shazam, who is 22, our 23-year-old black leopard. Let's see here. A few more comments about Saturday from Summer Safari. So good to see that everybody had a nice time. I certainly did. Oh, and look at these handsome boys. Very nice view of those boys. Some UTVs are starting to roll in and all the cats are perking up. It's just about that time for lunch, huh, boys? Kathy, that's a good point about these live posts and catching the cats each day. You saying that in winter, watching online is much more comfortable temperature-wise. That is a very, very good point. You get to check in with the cats from the comfort of your home and the warmth of your home. Jeremy hopping off the platform there and Simon to the left. But let's see. I still think it would be poetic to have our live capped off with our other black leopard, and there she is. It's meant to be. Nice. This is our oldest resident here at Sanctuary, 23-year-old black leopard, Shadow. A little different than dashing Shazam at the beginning of the live. I'd say that Shadow is much more keen on people than Shazam is. Shazam is in his own way, but Shadow's very extroverted when it comes to saying hello to her caretakers and, of course, the paparazzi. But just as sleek, just as beautiful, and it just as intent on food as the other cats here at Sanctuary. I'm sorry, Shadow, I don't have anything for you. But I'm so glad we get to say hello. Ooh, good question, Henyatta. Asking what happened to the pride's baby teeth when they fell out. Did anyone find them while cleaning their habitat? And that's a good question because we've had in the last really young cats in general. Oh, wow. She says, young cats, what about me? Yes, you have beautiful teeth too, Shadow, but we often do not find their baby teeth. Sometimes, I think maybe once or twice, caretakers have, and we might hang on to them. It's just like with kittens or puppies, usually they end up swallowing those baby teeth. Kendra, Shadow is stunning and remarkably active. She really is. You would know 23 is quite old for any cat, but especially. Well, Shadow, the internet is starting to get a little spotty, and I want to end on a good note, pretty gal. So I think we might wrap it up here, but if I didn't answer your question, we'll be sure to go back into the comments and help you out. But it's Friday. I hope you all have fun weekend plans, and I hope you stay safe and dry for those of us in Minnesota and Wisconsin. But so good to catch up with you all. Good to have you on another live post. And we will see you Monday. Have a good weekend, everyone.